Hello, here's a video in which I, Nick, will show you the second part of my review of this Lego Chima set, Lego Chima set, 70114. So, here it is, completely built. So because of the zoom of the camera, I need to go close to stuff to show you it in good detail. So, what do we have with this set? A little bit story, and of course an important question: is it worth 20 euros, or what I paid for it 20 or I paid for it 15 euros at least? And so we will see. So the stuff that is included are two packs of, my lamp isn't really positioned right. 2 packs of cards, game cards, and here's the box, which is completely ruined, and a little tower with a spinner, and how do you call these things? I don't know, but these things you need to avoid when you are riding a vehicle. 2 rams, 2 speeders, 4 weapons, 2 normal ones and 2 chi ones, 12 chi crystals. I mean, come on, that is just insane. You get only 1 or 2 with of them with one of the big real sets, and you just buy 1 speeder set and you get 12 of these things. Actually 13 if you count one on the spinner too. And your normal weapons, and you also get an instruction manual, really stressing out the box to open, and 2 of these things. So I think I got what I paid for. This is just worth 15 euros. I don't really think 20 euros. I think 15 euros is a normal price for this. But just for the real review and not only the price review. So let's get started with, what do we start with? Just a little look at chi orbs. These are just normal chi orbs, not golden ones, and not lighter ones, which will be story-wise less worth, or they're just normal ones that you get very rarely with the normal sets. So it's nice to have a lot of them, but it kinda takes away their rarity, and they're not rare anymore with the speeder sets. So that's kinda a shame. I would have preferred them to be like, I don't know, another color, just yellow or something, that the yellow ones are less worth, so real important stuff is the blue ones, so you still get what you pay for with the real sets. But it is nice for really play and not just collecting, to have a lot of them, so you can really make up a story. This is a little just basic weapon that is also used by Nia from the Ninjago, but then in other colors. Just a golden handle and a golden spot where you place in the minifigure's hands, and a medium stone gray spike on it. Nothing really important, just a nice weapon to add to your collection. And here we have just a stick, a medium stone gray stick, and a dark stone gray, not metallic, not titanium metallic, just dark stone gray chain. Kinda weird, it is not a metallic color, but it's okay. And also nice just for your collection. It's not something you would buy this set for, but it's nice to get it with the set. Also you get a couple of spare parts, so as always with Lego, you get a lot of spare parts and stuff that is really worth your money. I mean, Lego always gives really valuable stuff and make sure that if you lose something you can get it back, and also make sure that nothing breaks too fast. It's really good quality. Just, it's not only about quantity, of course, but I see that there are 2 of these things here. So I'm kind of thinking, did I forget one of these pieces somewhere? Because two of the same parts spare is kind of rare and that rhymes. But let me just take a quick look in the instruction manual. Man, there's a whole explanation of the game we're going through right now. But here we go, and there is one used in the set, and I can remember using one. So, where did I forget one of these pieces? I wouldn't know. I just wouldn't know. That's weird. I can't find it anywhere in the instruction manual, in the body instructions, nowhere. Went through the whole thing, but I don't know where it could be. I'm sure I need to use one of these, but where do I need to? Maybe it's for playing a game. You need that part for the chi or the cheap orb or the that. Maybe it's from the spinner. Maybe I can take a quick look. Yeah, yes, exactly. It's from the spinner. So I didn't bought it completely right. So I'll just put it on the spinner. The spinner also wasn't really spinning like I expected it to. So I think everything is better now. So just immediately we take a look at it. And this is a glass plate that is not really straight, so I don't expect it to go well on this here. But one thing I could say about this is it is really annoying that they use a chi crystal, because it's asymmetrical anyway, so you can really get hold to it and really spin the spinner. And you also need to think that it needs to spin long enough for you to launch your speeders. So you need to have a third person while you're playing this game to spin this thing, and you need a little practice. But besides from that, it does spin and it does work. And it is awesome that you got a spot to place it while you are not playing with the game, just to make a little monument with also these things. And then we go to the ramps. The ramps are both the same bolt, only the plate on there is of another color. And you know, they're just ramps and they work, and there's nothing special about them. A little bit plant detail. I don't know what this needs to represent, just some sand that you need to imagine more sand being here, or just some blocks. I don't know what it represents, but just some light color, it's earth or rock. But there are metallic or just made by the tribes themselves plates, which are put onto somewhere they found into nature. These things they put on some plate of this, and they now try to use it as a ramp for their speeders battle. So that's kind of an interesting story. They just found this here, put this onto here, and then try to jump off of it. It's okay. And there is a little, I don't know if this is a statue or just a really symmetrical stone with some vegetation, but either way it does work out. But I think it is made by one of the tribes, because it looks really symmetrical, and there is a spot for placing these things onto here, and then there's a plant that has just the right shape to hold a spinner, a cheese spinner. The cheese spinner fits on perfectly if you position it these plants right. Then it fits just into here, and that is just great. And then that is about. And then you can take off these things to start to make a way, to make an entrance you need to go through. Just you can use them to avoid them, or you can just place them like this. So you need to go through them, and they give you good push to make it easier to get onto the ramp. Either way, you can just mess around with them, and you can take this off by hitting it. But if you just hit it, and I don't really know what the whole meaning of this is, because there's no ball like normally in this set. So I think you just need to knock this thing off. Then someone needs to spin it on the place where it's ended, and then you quickly need to launch your speeders a second time, so you can actually hit the thing and you get points. That's kinda weird, because when you hit it, it always gets to the sides of your opponent, and it will only make it easier for your opponent to hit the spinner. So you would actually, the first round, you would just try to, not hit it. But I haven't read the instructions of playing, so I don't know if I'm telling you the right story now. But making up a story with this is hard. You really need to read it. So I'm not going to explain the game you can play with it. And then for our minifigs, I mean, the minifigs are just always great. I cannot mention or remind just one minifig from Lego history that I really disliked for the time that it was released. I mean, these things are extremely nicely painted, and personally I like Iris as one of my most favorite characters, particularly because Iris is one of the main characters that got to be a main character, not because she is just the power, she has the might, she's a prince or princess, but just because she looks for the adventure itself. And Laval is just a prince of the lions, right? So Laval just earned his spot as a main character by being born like how he is. So I don't really like that. And here we got Rossum, and come on, I just wanted to say awesome. That's just because it is the first thing you think about when you say his name. Here's Rossum, and he's awesome. Just that name, it's kinda, sometimes it can be annoying, but it's also funny. Rossum has a new version of the Slizer set, if I'm saying the right stuff right now. It is probably another weapon story-wise, but the build is the same. It's only another color, and maybe this thing is now flat, and it doesn't have to be flat. But I think I just need some spots to put on the ground. It's easier. No, it doesn't. And I think this is flat on the real Slasher set. Man, these names are annoying. But besides that, there are awesome weapons, and it's nice to have them. I mean, this weapon here is just a GX, a golden GX with transparent light blue X halves and a golden stick. So it's a really nice looking weapon. I mean, in real life it looks even better than on camera or on the internet. I mean, this just looks really awesome. Just power, it's energized, and really good guy like. This one looks more in between. Doesn't look really villain like. I mean, a good guy could have this. And the speeders themselves, of course, are really great. I haven't really tried one riding, but just how this goes. This is, I don't know what it is, but this is some kind of rubber, and it just has so much friction. It is so great how this rides, and I really like it. This is the same mold I use for speeders, but just with other printing and color. But that is just because it has on bird shape, so they can use that. And then on the back, it's kind of weird because they put these things, these boosters or something. I don't know the whole thing of this, because story-wise it would be awesome. You would have more power and speed when you put these on. But real life-wise, if you put on these things, you will only go slower because it makes the thing heavier, and you may touch the ground and lose stability. I don't really know what The whole point is you also lose aerodynamics, streamliness, and also with the weapons. I don't know the whole story, but I just don't know the whole story of the whole thing itself. But just price-wise, this is worth what it costs. Like the most Lego sets. Also, you got these things. I thought you about already. They look really nice. I mean, you could use them for Hero Factory. Also, little detail. No, not little, but just detail. You could make some kind of weapon from it. You got some pinholes, some half pinholes, so you can build something out of it, and you can just use them for what they are used for, which I'm now going to do. Here we go, into Iris, and man, I can't do this on camera, but the reel is spinning really alright, and yeah, there she goes. So they're really fast. They really got a lot of speed, even set-wise. The plant looks nice. The statue, these things are just basics, and they look nice. They're alright. Gems are nice story-wise. I liked a lot of chi crystals, even though they kind of take away the collector feeling. But I also like just the basic weapons that are included, and especially like the chi weapons. These are like part of my most favorite chi weapons. Then here we got Iris. I like Iris. I like Rawsome, particularly because he's really a selfish leader who thinks he's awesome and even has the name Rawsome. So it is just a nice set, and this was my first review of a set, so I hope I did it right. I didn't review the cards because I don't really know about the story, so there's no need to review the cards for me. But you can always look at the internet about the cards. So I will just recommend this set to anybody, especially if you live near a Intertoys and you also get the same deal of buying it for pretty cheap. And then I just say thanks for watching. I'm happy to have this. I'll see you again soon. I don't know with what, but I will be doing something. Don't forget to subscribe to see mostly Hero Factory and Bionicle Mugs, but there may also be a lot of other Lego stuff, and I will make some game walkthroughs, but I'm constantly saying this at the end of videos, but I haven't started yet. And there's a lot I want to do, but I don't really have the chance to do it. Really have the time. But then just bye. I hope you liked my first review. I will improve on them, but this was just my first, so bye.